everybody, and thanks for joining us today at Mission Northwest Podcast. My name is Wes Henry, and I am the communications guy here, and I'm sitting with our executive minister, Mr. Corey Lawhery. How's it going, Corey?
It's going well, Wes. It's good to be with you. This is our inaugural podcast, and I appreciate you so much for getting this set up. And how's your new year going so far? We're recording this in the brand new year of
Yeah.
2026. So,
Yes, we are. Yes,
yeah,
we are. So far, so good, man. Service yesterday at the church was fantastic.
awesome.
Spent a lot of good time with some friends and family for New Year's, and uh, oddly enough, Jennifer and I were the only ones who could make it to midnight.
It
But
gets harder every year, doesn't
I
it? It
know
seems
it
like.
does. It
Yeah,
does, man.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
Now
We had
what?
some good family time for us, so it
There,
was good.
there you go.
Yeah,
There you go. That's
yeah,
awesome. That's awesome. Well,
yeah.
this podcast is going to be everything Mission Northwest. And so, would you give us a few rundowns about who we are, what's going on, and what this podcast is going to be about?
Sure. So Mission Northwest is a family of churches they're Baptist and community churches spread throughout mainly the Northwest of the United States, in Washington, Idaho, Montana. We have a church in Alaska. We have a church in Nevada. We have some churches in northern Utah. We have a church in Arizona and some churches in California. And we we have been partnering together for a long time to introduce people to Jesus Christ, to make disciples, to plant new churches. And so my role as executive minister of that, I get to help resource and develop churches that connect people to Jesus. That's our mission: resource and develop churches that help connect people to Jesus. And we do that through encouraging leaders in leadership development. We encourage connection between the churches. We help support church planting, whether that's a church planter who has a vision for planting a church or a church that is planting a church. And we love to see that happen. And then we help churches recover and transform, maybe going through a difficult season and they need to re-engage in their outreach or their renew their worship, whatever it may be. We help churches transform and renew. And I know you've been blessed by some of those things we do. I was too. I've been in this region for well over 20 years and was a small town pastor for almost 21 years, and got encouragement from Mission Northwest and leadership development. We never did plant a church, but we did go through church transformation and found ways to reach a lot of our neighbors. And so I've been blessed by Mission Northwest, and then God called me out of being a small town church pastor, local church pastor, into this role of being a pastor to pastors and helping to resource this larger family of churches. So we have about 130 plus churches right now. Hopefully that number is growing. We're trying to reach
Hmm.
Baptist and community churches that are interested in connecting people to Jesus and uh, mesh with our values and beliefs. And it's an exciting time. God's on the move. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a bit about Mission Northwest. Did that raise any questions for you, Wes, or anything you want to add?
Well, not really any questions, but I've been a part of Mission Northwest for about 15 years now, maybe a little over 15 years. Actually, we joined Mission Northwest in my very first senior pastorate, which was really cool. Yeah, again, that was about 15 years ago, and I can definitely attest that there have been multiple ways that we've been resourced, we've been prayed for, we've been supported. My wife and I, many times over. And yes, we were even part of a church adoption from a church that was going to close, and the Lord had other plans. And so we were actually sent to go and help them, and ultimately ended up adopting this church. And so they are alive and well. And it's been about 5 years since we've done that, and everything just has been led by God and supported by Mission Northwest. And I got to tell you, it's a great place to be. It's a great group to be a part of. And so I'm really looking forward to our future as a region. And so that's another reason. One of the reasons for this podcast too is so that everybody can get to know what is going on in the region, meet some of our folks in the region, other pastors, other church planters, potential guest speakers, all of that stuff. And we want to be the group that resources people who are introducing people to Jesus, right? Resource churches that introduce people to Jesus. And this podcast is definitely one of those ways. And so I'm looking forward to it, man. Corey, you have a lot of great interviews that we have coming up. You've got a lot of great ideas for the resources that we can share. So I'm looking forward to doing this this year with Mission Northwest.
Awesome. Yeah. In addition to being our communications guy, which you do part time for us, which we hugely appreciate, Wes, you are the pastor of Hope Church Renton, but there's two Hope churches. And so thank you for briefly sharing that story of, yeah, your adoption
Yeah,
of a church that became Hope Church Des Moines. Is that how you say Des Moines?
yeah,
Or
Des
is it
Moines.
debatable? Des
Yeah,
Moines.
Des
Okay.
Moines.
And both of your churches are in Western Washington for those watching outside the area. So
Yeah,
it's awesome to see God restore a church, plant a church, encourage new leaders. And one of the things we want to see is the raising up of new leadership and encouragement of the leaders that we already have. So one event I wanted to talk about in our inaugural episode here is a Mission Northwest Ministry and Family Camp that we have coming up this summer at Ross Point Camp and Conference Center in Post Falls, Idaho, on the beautiful Spokane River,
yeah,
not too far from Lake Coeur d'Alene, if you've heard
that's
of it.
right.
So,
It's
yeah,
gorgeous
so
out there. Oh yeah,
it's beautiful, and the camp is uh, part of the Mission Northwest family, 60 acres, and it's got hotel style lodging, except no TVs in the rooms. It's got cabins too, but hot showers, great food,
mm-hmm.
riverfront property, and
Oh yeah,
so we have this camp set up July 5th through the 11th, and you can actually reserve to come early if you want to be here for July 4th, because you can see the fireworks on the river. There's some large homes across the river from the camp, and they have amazing fireworks that they do privately.
nice.
And so you can come early if you want, but the camp is scheduled for July 5th through 11th. And it's aimed at those in ministry or families in our Mission Northwest churches that maybe aren't on staff, but they're part of a Mission Northwest church, or they're interested in Mission Northwest. They're interested in being part of a church that connects people to Jesus. And family camp, if you've been to a summer camp before, it's summer camp where there's worship, there's good biblical teaching, there's
Mm-hmm.
activities for children and youth, and there's games for all ages, for adults too. There's time to fellowship with one another. The camp has a gym, it has a miniature golf course, it has a ropes course, it has a climbing tower, it has water toys in the water and stuff like that. So there's lots of fun things to do, plus planned activities and relaxing activities. There's a room where you can play pool and ping pong and things like that. But it's mainly the idea is to get some of our folks together for good and healthy connection, and to build that relationship between believers, churches that are out there doing ministry and mission, and so build that relationship. But we're also going to have an orientation day that's in the midst of the week on July 8th for those who are new on staff in a Mission Northwest church, and we're going to help cover the cost of that so that you can come for even if you can come for just part of the week. We want you to get oriented to Mission Northwest and meet some folks who are serving in ministry. So we're going to have a day of orientation that's part of that. Now,
Yeah.
if you can still come if you're not new to ministry, you can be in the region like Wes and I, like old dogs in the ministry here. But we're going to have an intentional orientation day for those new, and you'll get to meet some of the mentor pastors in the region. So I'm really looking forward to it as a connecting event, encouraging new leaders, bringing in folks who've been around a while as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun and great fellowship. You can register for the camp at rosspoint.org, but we will be having more links and information come out as well soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when we get that website back up. Right now, if you're watching this video, Mission Northwest website is down a little bit just because we are doing some updates to our pages and the look and the feel and the flow of the whole thing. And so all of that will be live on January 15th here. If you're watching this past January 15th, just check out missionnorthwest.org, missionmw.org, and we'll have all of those links everywhere on the website there.
Is our address missionnorthwest.org, right? Is it
Yes.
also missionnw.org, or is it
Uh,
which
I
one is it?
I believe we have both of them, and one they
You
both
bought both
point.
of them? Okay.
Yes, and they both point to where we want them to go.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. I'm still learning
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
I just started in September. I'm learning and
yeah. It's
growing.
good.
So
It's
cool.
very good.
Cool.
Well, for being around since September, how many miles have you put on your vehicle, man?
It's Mission Northwest vehicle,
Right.
but we bought it with about 7,000 miles on it, and it's at 22,500. So it's had two oil changes,
Wow.
and the
There
next
you
oil
go.
change is going to be 24,000 or 25,000. But it's a great, safe car. Yeah, we live in a beautiful region. If you're watching this from outside the Northwest, getting to drive around Idaho, Montana, Washington, and gosh, I really hope to get to Utah, Nevada, and Alaska. I've been texting our pastor up in Alaska. Hi, Kyle. If you're watching this, they've
Shout
had
out Kyle.
nine
Shout out
feet of
Kyle.
snow. Nine
Oh
feet of snow
wow.
in the last couple of weeks. I mean, it is intense.
That's out there,
So,
man. Wow.
yeah. So part of my job is to get out there and be an encouragement and connection with the different pastors and churches and see how we can resource them. So excited for this podcast and how we can help use it as a communication device or communication option just to share what we're doing. So hopefully it's going to be helpful. Thanks, Wes, for
Yeah.
setting this up.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, thank everybody for watching, and we hope to see you on the next video. And if you like this and you have not yet subscribed to Mission Northwest on YouTube or any of the podcasts, anywhere that you actually get a podcast, please do so and make sure that you share it with people. Thank you, Corey, for your time. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next video.
See you later.